champion back in 1977, the Wiley veteran, bike number 4, David Emdy. Next to David Emdy. Okay, the rider next to David Emdy up there. It's going to be rider number 41, and he's up there in the front row finishing. I believe he was 6th last year in last year's competition to Formula USA, Jeffrey Stern. Next to him, a rider who took off a little early was Chris Stewart, but right next to him will be the rider that was the points leader most of the year last year. And finally, the second of the last race, he pitched it sideways and lost the championship, but he was the runner-up in this year's Formula USA Championship, Jim Vericke on the Yamaha, Budweiser Yamaha. And on the pole position, on the big Terminator Kawasaki, he had a lot of little bugs in it this morning. I don't know if he's found the right gearing or not for it, but then he had problems all year long last year and still won the championship. The rider out of San Diego, California. He's the AAA number 1 rider and also the defending former USA champion, Willow. Okay, we're going to send them out on their warm-up lap. Time, bike number 8, Scott Gray on that Yoshimura Suzuki. He should be just dominating this race. As the scenario goes, he should just leave everybody else in his wake. But we'll find out. You've got the likes of Emdy, Roloff, Vericke, they're all going to be in there. And of course, Chris Stewart on a very fast bike is always up toward the leaderboard. Along with Chuck Graves, and who knows, maybe the rookies will come through for the first time. Eric Johnson and Chris Mallory, one of the newcomers to this. Maybe we may be seeing something out of them. And of course, never forget Mike Minnick, always hanging around in the top 10 and always very consistent. Here they come up to the front row and up to the line. We've got about 30 riders going. Another new rider who might have a chance to do real well in Formula USA, 373 on the Suzuki, Peter Christensen coming to the line. The New Zealand rider, remember this is an international field out here. Bike number 216, Ian Perot in his first Formula USA event of this year. His second race ever here at Willow Springs. Emdy coming up on that Kurt Jordan tuned machine. David Emdy on the Suzuki, getting into place. Oh, bad lane choice there by Minnick. He's ready back there in about the 4th or 5th row. He'll have to fight his way through some traffic. But the front row is set. We have Stern, Emdy, Stewart, Vericke, and Roloff on that front row. And of course, Roloff and Vericke were handlebar to handlebar all last year. Bikes number 1 and bikes number 2. We're about ready to go with a 10-lap feature main event. Formula USA, the first one of this year at Willow Springs. a position or two as he heads up into the top of the hill. Look at that crowd coming to you. About 25 miles as they head around turn number 5. We'll pick up all the numbers and names for you, but believe me, the cream will rise to the top as they head around turn number 7 and head down that back straightaway. It looks like that could be Indy out in front, bike number 4, David Indy. Indy, Voinky, Scott Gray, looked like he just motored his way up in the 3rd spot on the Yoshimura Suzuki. Indy said he didn't care about anything, he just wanted to run his own race, but right now he's in the lead. That is Indy. Chris Stewart running in 2nd spot. And they can all turn 3 abreast, and there goes Scott Gray in front. Chris Stewart in 2nd spot, David Indy in 3rd. Looks like bike number 10 was running there in 4th position. Chris Adams running in 4th position. Then Roloff running in 5th position. And boy, we've got a great race as it looks like already Scott Gray doing what we predicted he would do, starting to dominate, but we got a terrific scrap for 2nd spot, which is what we predicted. Look at this, Indy's going to gobble up 2 riders and they're breaking going into 3. Indy takes over 2nd. We've got handlebar action for 2nd spot as now Scott Gray starts to take hold of this race. Out here on the other side, that Yoshimura Suzuki, look at being able to get down into the 126s. We'll find out he set a 127.4, a practice lap which was 106 miles an hour as they get onto that straightaway. Look at this, looks like Indy in 2nd spot, Stewart coming up there in 3rd. Roloff looks like he just motored his way up in the 2nd spot. No, Roloff, with all the problems he's had, is doing a great job of holding off these guys. Here comes Scott Gray and the rest of the pack. Roloff in 2nd spot, Indy in 3rd spot, Curtis Adams in 4th. Chris Stewart gets in the 4th spot, Marinki in 6th spot. Seventh spot is Richard Moore on the Fast and High Suzuki running there in 7th spot. Well, eventually we want the top 3 down here for the winner's circle, and of course we want the leader right down here immediately because you're going to take him on a victory circle ceremony lap, and of course right now it looks like it's Scott Gray as they head up to the top of the hill. Yoshimura Suzuki out there all by himself. Earl Roloff in 2nd spot. Indy running there in 3rd spot. Chris Stewart now is up into 4th. Boy, Roloff who had problems with not getting, we got that big Terminator, Kawasaki running in 2nd spot. We got the Suzuki running in 1st spot. Scott Gray with a 4-second lead at the end of that 1st lap and starting to pull it out. Look at Scott Gray going to the shadows of turn number 8 and 9. We can barely see him, but he's a very fast moving dot on the horizon. As he comes out of turn number 9 and comes down and completes another lap, Scott Gray is starting to open up distance between himself and Earl Roloff. Earl Roloff starting to motor away from that battle for 3rd. Look at this, side by side between Stewart and Indy. Indy drops back to 4th. Curtis Adams in 5th spot. Jim Blanky in 6th. Seems like Indy went around Chris Stewart again. So Indy went back around Stewart. Stewart got around back by Indy again as they go up the hill. So Indy flip-flop in that position with Chris Stewart. They can't be too careful because they got 4 riders barreling down on them as they go down the bottom of the hill. But right now, position's like 1 lap time, a 1:28. That's only a second and a half off the absolute lap record around here for motorcycles. That record being held by Randy Mamola on an RG500 Suzuki a couple of years back. And right now, Scott Gray, in fact, could be approaching the Superbike lap record around here held by Wayne Rainey. That was in the 1:28. And if he gets down anywhere into the 1:27s, he'll break it. And he did that in practice. Here comes Scott Gray down here for another lap. Look at this guy go. down here in second spot. He's got a big lead. If it wasn't for Gray, he'd be dominating. Chris Stewart in third spot, Andy in fourth, Adams in fifth, Ricky in sixth. Looks like James Dumain now up in seventh spot on that Vanson Hines of Sunland Suzuki, and he's battling it out with Richard Moore from the other Vanson Hines Suzuki. So a battle between the Vanson Hines bikes back there in sixth and seventh position. But no problem at all for Scott Gray as he breaks hard and heads up the hill into turn number 3 and 4. That Yoshimura Suzuki just purring with all 4 cylinders running at their peak. Coming down the hill, he's got a big lead. Roll-off doing an incredible job in second spot, motoring away. Gray 6.2 seconds lead over Earl Roll-off. Suzuki out in front, Kawasaki running there in second spot. Why Kawasaki never picked up Roll-off as a rider, it'll always amaze a lot of people. They always go for the younger riders. Roll-off definitely approaching his 30s if he's not 30 already, but that's no excuse for experience. Here comes Scott Gray, one of the young lions on the AMA circuit down there on that Yoshimura Suzuki. We're at the halfway point, 5 laps down, 5 laps to go. Boy, these races don't last very long when you can go this fast. Stuart Wilkins, bike number 465, crashed at the exit of turn number 2. Look at this, Stewart and Indy battling around for 4th spot of the 3rd position. That's that final winner circle spot, and Andy and Stewart are going back and forth. Andy outbroke him and took the lead in 1, and Stewart took it right back again going into turn number 2. So Stewart takes over 3rd, Andy right on his rear tire in 4th. Jim Vericke now is up into 5th position, James Dumais in 6th position, then comes Curtis Adams in 7th, Richard Moore in 8th spot, and then Peter Christensen, one of the rookie riders on that Suzuki in 9th spot. A good ride by the rookie rider, Peter Christensen. He's out there in 9th position and hanging in tough because he's right in that group that's hanging in touch with the leaders as they go around the crest of the hill and down that back straightaway. Look at this, Stewart and Indy still going at it for 3rd down the back straightaway. They're handlebar to handlebar, and Indy takes over 3rd. Here comes Scott Gray. He's got no problems at all except maybe getting around some lap traffic. 6 laps down, 4 laps to go. Roll-off, amazingly enough, has pulled out a pretty sizable 2nd place position as he looks over his shoulder and sees a good battle shaping up here for 3rd. Andy leading, Chris Stewart coming on side in the draft. Stewart takes over 3rd. They're side by side as they break into turn number 3. Look at this battle for 3rd. Andy goes underneath and takes it back. And then Stewart takes it back between turns 1 and 2, and then Indy takes it back again. Well, all that's going on, though, Jim Vericke's inching his way a little bit closer to that duo battling it out for 3rd, and we might be hearing more out of Vericke as this race continues on. James Dumais doing an incredible job running in 5th spot. And Peter Christensen now has moved up into 8th position. Ian Perot, the New Zealand rider, bike number 216, pulling it into the pits with a mechanical problem. Scott Gray just miles an hour. Through a roll-off on that big Terminator Kawasaki, got up to about 155 miles an hour down that back straightaway as well. Then the battle for 3rd, and look at this. Indy and Stewart, as they battle each other for that 3rd place position, Vericke starts catching up on them. Roll-off turning a 130.5, Indy a 131.6. That's nowhere near the times of Scott Gray as he starts decimating this field and takes it apart like a surgeon. There goes Roll-off in 2nd spot, and here's this battle for 3rd. Look at this final winner circle ceremony participant is going to be one of those 3 riders. And it's James Dumais who can possibly get up there in 3rd if he can make some headway with that Indy and Stewart duel, and now he's up on him. An incredible ride by James Dumais. James Dumais, the rider out of Sunland, California, sponsored by Vanson Hines, broke away from that battle in 6th, 7th, and 8th, and now has found some motor and is crawling all over Indy and Stewart right now. In fact, he's trying to make a play for 4th position. As they go up the hill and they're braking, there he goes. Dumais is going to try and get around one of them, and went down in turn number 2. He seems to be up and okay, but he's out of the race. Tough luck for the rookie, but he'll be back. Go down to that back straightaway. We've got to sort this melee out between Andy, Stewart, and DeMay. As no problems at all for your leaders. He comes by the start-finish stripe and heads into turn number 1. Chris Mallory coming down here, sitting up on his bike. Definitely had some motor problems with that machine. He's running almost dead last. Roloff running a second. Here they come. Out of turn number 9. This battle for third still continues. It's now DeMay, Stewart, and Andy. DeMay has taken over third place. Boy, what a motor on that machine he's got. He came all the way from 8th position and now is running up in third. Stewart and Andy now have their hands full, trying to keep DeMay inside as they head around turn number 2. Oh, just an excellent ride by James DeMay. He was definitely one of the favorites coming in, but you didn't expect him to be up there even in the top 3. And right now he's running in third spot with the likes of MD and Chris Stewart, veterans as they are, right on his tail. That's got to be a little nerve-wracking for young James DeMay as they head up the hill. 151 running in third spot now. All 3 of those riders on Suzuki's. We're looking for the white flag lap. Our starter John Rowley has the white flag pulled. One more lap to go for Scott Gray, and he's going to find himself an easy winner of this first race of the year in Formula USA as he goes around to turn number 1. As he heads into turn number 1, Roloff comes out of turn number 9, so he's got a full straightaway lead over second place. Roloff coming down here for his last lap, and still we've got a battle for third place. It is not going to be in doubt until that checkered flag comes out. Here they come. Down the first straightaway. DeMay now starting to open it up now a little bit. He could be third place. Here goes Andy and Stewart side by side. They've been all race long. Stewart goes into third. Andy goes underneath and takes it back. And then Stewart goes back around turn number 1 and almost gets it back, and Andy shuts him off. Boy, a great ride by James DeMay, the Vanson Hines, the Sunland rider. A good move up through the field by James DeMay as he now holds down a pretty solid third place as they go around turn number 2 for the last time. In fact, with only about a half a lap to go, it is Scott Gray cresting the top of the hill and going down that back straightaway. He'll pick up speeds of about 155 miles an hour on that Yoshimura Suzuki. Then on the big Terminator Kawasaki, Earl Roloff, your Formula USA defending champion, will finish second. And it looks for MD and Stewart still have to decide fourth place. And right now it belongs to MD. Stewart's going to try and give it all he's got as they go down the back straightaway for the last time. Here comes Scott Gray for the win as he comes down the front straightaway. Scott Gray on the Yoshimura Suzuki takes the win. Earl Roloff's going to get second spot as they come around turn number 9. The checkered flag is now out. Earl Roloff in second. And he's got second place, and now let's check out third. It's going to be James DeMay. He's got a big enough lead. DeMay is going to take third. Let's see who's going to take fourth. Is it going to be Andy? Is it going to be Stewart? Here they come down here again, side by side. Oh, Stewart's going to take it. Andy's going to get fifth. Curtis Adams in sixth spot. Jim Frankie in seventh spot. Richard Moore in eighth spot. It looks like 232. Paul Vogel got in ninth spot. And that was the unofficial rundown. So what we're going to need down here in the winner's circle, we're going to need second and third place. So let's get Roloff and DeMay down here into the winner's circle, and of course we'll also get Scott Gray down a little later.